We're going to continue our discussion of applications of linear equations by looking at several geometric applications. As a review, remember that the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is length times width. The formula for finding the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the quantity length plus width. And the formula for finding the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. Our first example says that we want to find the length of a rectangle given that the perimeter is 32 feet and the length is 1 foot more than 4 times the width. So since we're being asked to talk about perimeter, let's go ahead and write our perimeter equation down. So we know that perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus the width of the rectangle. And we're told that the perimeter is equal to 32 feet. So we know that we're going to be plugging in a 32 in place of the P in our formula. And then we're told that the length is, so I'm going to go ahead and write L is equal to, length is 1 foot more, so that's going to be 1 plus 4 times the width, so 4 times W. So let's go to our formula. So in place of the P, I'm going to put the 32. In place of the L, I'm going to put 1 plus 4W. And for this W, I'm going to leave it in the equation because the problem is asking us to find the length, but we're going to need to do that in terms of the width. So now let's look at simplifying. So we have 32 is equal to 2 times, and we have a 4W and a 1W, so that's going to make 5W. The next thing we're going to do is distribute the 2 through the parenthesis. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5W is going to be 10W. We're solving for W, so we're going to go ahead and subtract this 2 from both sides, which is going to give me 30 is equal to 10W. And dividing both sides by 10, we see that the W value is going to equal 3. Now we need to check back and look and realize that the problem is asking us to find the length. And so what we have now found is the width, but we do have an equation to use to find the length. So we know that the length is 1 plus 4 times the W. So in our case, that's going to be 1 plus 4 times 3. And so 1 plus 12 is going to give me a length of 13. Our next equation, or our next problem, is going to ask us to find the length of a rectangle, or suppose that the length of a rectangle is 5 times the width. If the area of that rectangle is 1,445 square feet, then what is the width of the rectangle? So in this case, we're being asked to comment on the area. So we know that our formula for area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. We know that the area is equal to 1,445. We also know that the length of the rectangle is, so that's L is equal to 5 times the width. So now we have an expression for L. So let's go ahead and plug in. So I have my area, which I'm going to plug in as 1445. We know that my length is 5W, and then the width is we're going to leave as a W. So I have 1445 is equal to 5 times W is going to be 5W squared. We're solving the equation for W, so I'm going to go ahead and divide by 5. So that's going to give me 289 is equal to W squared. We'll then take the square root of both sides, giving me a width of 17. Our final example asks us to, or tells us that the area of a triangle is 392 square feet and the base is 4 times the height. It's asking us to find the height of the triangle in feet. So we know that the area of a triangle for a formula is 1/2 base times height. We're told that the area of the triangle is 392. We're also told that the base is, so B is equal to 4 times the height, so 4 times H. So let's plug in what we know. So I'm going to put a 392 in for the area. I'll leave the 1/2. In place of the base, I'm going to put 4H, and then we'll bring our other H down. So simplifying, I have 392 is equal to 1/2 times 4 times H, which would be 4H squared. So we know that half of 4 is 2, so I really have 392 is equal to 2H squared. We'll continue by dividing both sides of the equation by 2. So that's going to give me H squared on the right and 196 on the left. We'll now take the square root of both sides. And that gives me a height of 14. So my answer will be 14 feet.